Tequila! That's right, 31 Days of Shooters is back with the final collection video. We've got the Legends block, so Jose Cuervo doesn't get much more legendary than that. And we've got Hard Rock Uyeno Eki Tokyo. So some great art right there. Hard Rock Cafe on the back. And you'll notice I did save the biggest shot glass for last, so we really need to get this in one take. And we also don't have time to do some lime or salt, so I fear for this. Anyway, 31 Days of Shooters. Let's do this. Oh wow. Okay, something about games, I guess. Yes, chaser. Need a chaser. What was I thinking? Okay, so like I said, this is the Legend block. These are the best of the best games, for whatever reason, as determined either by the internet or by me or some weird Frankenstein hybrid thereof. So first of all, we're starting with some robot shooting action. This is Musha Alest, or just Musha in the West. This is stupid expensive, especially back home, for the English versions. But I managed to get this for a fair price. I wouldn't say it was cheap, but it didn't break the bank. We'll just leave it at that. So there's the cart. Very looking forward to this. And I need to clean that up just a little before I actually put it in my machine. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have that many shooters currently for the Mega Drive, so I did want to give it some love, and it's a legendary game, so we couldn't not buy it. The manual's just a little beat up, but hey, giving the thumbs up, you can see it's a vertical shooter there. At least that stage is. I don't know about the rest of it. Whoo, tequila. Okay, there's a story. I think the space colony is being attacked. Yeah, sure, cover up her face with the great artwork. And there's the robot explanation, the Musha crew. So just manuals and the detail. Some of the manuals that you get with maybe Limited Run or Play Asia, some of the exclusives, they know how to do it. But the first party stuff, manuals are a lost art. There's your controls and what each of the buttons do. You know, I'll figure that out. Because as always, the goal is to beat these games. I did bite off a lot to chew here with 31 games in 31 days. But yeah, so Blazing Beam, Vanishing Buster, Defensive Detonator, and yeah, I love how Seal Cluster Beam. I love how sub-weapon units, the randomness of Japanese, like sometimes they'll just bust out English for no reason, but other times it's like kanji that's very technical, so you never know what you're gonna get. We've got the 6 formations here forward. So what I guess is somebody's piloting the robot and somebody's piloting the ships to the side, which is a really freaking cool concept if that's the case. Formation forward, formation 3-way, formation back, formation reverse, which seems strange because some are going to the left and others are going to the right. roll, so they're going to rotate around you like the option I mentioned in Gradius, which turns out isn't exactly the best one, because if you're trying to tear through bosses, that would be a straight line. And yeah, obviously, Gradius could easily fit into the Legends block. Galaga could easily fit into the Legends block, but they got part of their own block, so that's okay. And free means, I don't know what free is. Maybe they just run all over the screen and do whatever they want. But there you go. There's the 6 formations. Offensive options. But the best defense is a good offense, or is the best offense is a good defense? Maybe both. Both is good. Like the meme. 7 rounds. They're calling their stages rounds, so I don't know why they give a preview of all of those, but at least they're not showing the final boss like Gradius, right? Or do they? No, I think that boss, which you would think is the final boss, but shows up earlier. And yeah, this, I mean, Aleste was released for the Switch and stuff, but I don't know if it was Musha or if it was another game in the series. But anyway, Aleste, the first legendary shooter, and that's going to be a good play if I haven't played it already by the time you're watching this. Next up, I had a little bit of discussion with myself as to whether this was legendary and, you know, setting the schedule and whatnot, but it made the cut at the end of the day. We've got Winds of Thunder or Lords of Thunder, which is a pretty neat concept shooter here for the PC Engine / TurboGrafx 16. And I think it was Mike Matei or somebody who did a video on that. This is trippy. So you got the disc there. Like we said, that's a trip. And you got kind of a bronzish OB there. So yeah, as always, getting it complete. And there's your table of contents. That's pretty cool. Now, one of the cool things about this is you can choose your starting stage. I was reading 6, but I thought it was 4. Or was that a different game? I have no idea. But, so yeah, story and stage introductions. They're showing the bosses and the stages here. So that's pretty cool. And, contrary to what you may or may have not heard, that each ship is better for a specific stage, I heard that 1 is really OP. So, probably be using that. Because, again, we got to try and beat all these games, or as many as we can, so we don't leave too much for a cleanup in August before I go on my little vacation here. What in the world is this? Okay, so there's your option menu and continuing stage select, game over, stuff like that. And yeah, sorry if these videos are starting to get a little bit long, but we're showing more of the artwork here, and there's so many games as opposed to like Kirby. I did a one-shot with every game in the collection that I was going to play. There's your controllers, run button, and stuff like that, screen display. But yeah, we do have 31 games to talk about, and, or do we? Okay, yeah, these should be your 4 fighters and their different abilities, and I think it was the fire one that I want to be using. I'm not too sure on that. But, yeah, and they may be strong for particular stages. Who knows? There's your item introduction. Yeah. Ooh, that's some kanji. Yeah. I'll just show you the artwork for there. No explanations for now. I'll either figure it out or look it up online. FAQs, if they exist, they're your friend. And finally, we got the second items page and how to take care of your CD-ROM, because CD-ROMs were kind of new technology. Although this is 1993, I think that's when Mom got her first CD player. Or was that 92? May have been 92. Anyway, I'm not sure. That's ancient history that you don't need to hear about. Winds of Thunder, Lords of Thunder. That's going to be awesome. Next up on the legendary block. Whoo, boy. You can probably read that if you got Japanese. We're not playing the GameCube version because I think it is, I don't know why, but I consider it a Dreamcast game. But this is Ikaruga. Boom. And if you didn't think the first two were legendary, this is legendary. This is perennially in the top 25 of the top shooters of all time. So we'll start off with the GameCube version that we won't be playing. There's the front, again a slip cover, pretty nice. Some sides. I did not realize this was Atari. Did they publish it, or maybe they published it for the GameCube? But yeah, it's a simple concept. It really is. There's the disc. They shoot black and white, and you can change your ships. If you choose black, you can absorb the black shots to charge up your super meter. If you choose white, you can absorb the white shots to charge up your super meter. So it is a bullet hell, but it's not as bullet hell as bullet hell, if that makes sense. My shooter people will know how to take care of your disc and put it in the GameCube. But yeah, Ikaruga was awesome. I first played this at a game night at UCR when the anime club would set up TVs. We get TVs from the office, and not where I went, so I sort of just attached myself to them in graduate school. But yeah, we watched some good stuff, and we traded Pokemon. I mean, those were the glory days of anime and games right there. Let me tell you. There's the story with some faint artwork. I don't know if you can make any of that out. Probably not. There's the controls and the screen display. This is available on Switch, and PS4, but if you don't want the trophies, because shooter trophies are, well, some trophies are hard, and shooter trophies are next level and achievements, so I ain't messing with that. So download it on Switch, or, well, yeah, the physical version is also stupid expensive, so maybe not for that. I think this explains the black-white system. Not that I actually read it because I'm talking here. But yeah, no, great freaking shooter. You should totally play this. Challenge. There's not actually much information there. And we'll have a quick look at the Dreamcast version. Again, like I said, I'll be playing the Dreamcast version. Not because my GameCube is not working, which is sort of is on the fritz, but because I do consider it a Dreamcast game. There's the cover there, there's the back cover, hopefully you can see that, and I mean, comparatively, well, the text is different. There's much fewer pictures here, although this has Ikaruga net ranking very highlighted, and warnings, so for sale and use in Japan. Only commercial use, unauthorized copy and rental prohibited. This is not commercial use. This is more of a PSA and teaching video, is it not? So there's the difference in the back. There's the difference in the front cover. Ikaruga. Disc very plain. I mean, you know, what can you do? Got some more stuff to talk about. Better get moving here. Okay, and thank God this came with the Obi, because I know I bought this before I was actually collecting for the Dreamcast, but it came with the Obi, so all was good. There's your table of contents, and again, warnings. So yeah, it'll be good to bring out the Dreamcast. I don't use it often, but when I do, it's for 31 days, kind of like my Wii. There's the story and the controls. Siren in the background, thank you for that. Although we do live pretty close to a hospital, so you know, I could have stopped talking and edited it out, but what the hell? Okay, this random artwork doesn't really make sense to me, but yeah, it explains the menu here, and then the 1 credit clear. Oh, there's practice and ranking. Okay, so you can have a look at that. Again, the artwork makes no sense to me. You'll see it's not published by Atari. This was developed by Treasure. So, like I said, Treasure and Cave, infamous for shooters, great for shooters. You got horizontal 1, horizontal 2, vertical 1, vertical 2. So, you do get to match with your monitor type. Now, fortunately, if I'm on the ball, I have a cable. I can hook it up to my PC monitor because I have the VGA cable. And I can rotate that because I have an arm. And I can set this up properly for vertical shooting. But that's a lot of work. So we'll see if I actually do that or not. And filming that would also be difficult, but not impossible. Anyway, we'll see how the rest of the month plays out. I have no idea. Boom. Boom. Again, the sides kind of look more like Resident Evil or Frankenstein. Or some weird Castlevania stuff than a shooter. But, yeah, that's Ikaruga for the Sega Dreamcast and Nintendo GameCube. And now Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4, so you don't have any excuse for not checking it out. Yep. Awesome freaking game. Possibly the best shooter I'm going to play this month. But, Ikaruga and Gradius. That's a tough call. Anyway. And next up, another expensive son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Again, I got in when it was high, but now it's even higher. This is possibly the most difficult shooter I've ever played. Border Down. And this is the big version and the big jewel case. The I guess Super Omake version. There's a cheaper one that is regular size. There's the back. But this thing is evil. I would say a lot of shooters are fair. Okay? Now Gradius has checkpoints, so you have to build back up in the middle of a stage, which is really difficult. But when you die in this game, the game actually gets harder. And I can't say it's unfair, but I can't say it's fair, if you know what I mean. So, let's open this up. We've got the game disc itself. And then this comes with the CD soundtrack. So it has 2 discs. Okay, so we got the first manual there. And this may look more like what you've seen with the regular version. And of course, had to get the obi. Obi is the Japanese term for the thing you wrap around a kimono that looks really pretty. And yeah, cultural note. If you're single, the girls usually create this nice bow out of it. But if you're married, they'll usually just fold it over like a flap. Really interesting, by the way. SDF and Dreamcast. Boom. Totally not related to the video here. There's your controls and some story mode. Again, a lot of text. Story mode. Story? They wrote the story. Wow, this doesn't do much for me, and probably not for you. But again, it's a good shooter. It's really, really fucking difficult. I can't say that I cleared the first stage, but then again, when I was testing it, I wasn't in the mood to play for a long time. There's a level gauge, Nitsuite. So they're explaining the border down system. And I'm pretty sure that level's going to increase when you die or whatever. If the gauge is maxed, the level goes up. Okay. And I'm pretty sure when you die, it just goes skyrockets. Yeah, border down system. They explain this whole freaking thing. For beginners, you keep it green. As you can see, you can select your border too. But yeah, green, yellow, red paths right there. Whoo. Kind of like Star Fox when you can, you got boom, boom, boom. You got the easy, middle, difficult usually, or is it easy, mid? Yeah, no, easy in the middle. You go left, and it's medium, right. The original Star Fox, right, was difficult. But yeah, so normal, clear, and game modes, option modes. Yeah, well, if we're being honest here, this is a pretty weak manual compared to some of the others we've seen this month. But, you know, it's still good. And then we got this thing, CD liner notes, or thick, much thicker paper. I think it's more than 100 weight. But, yeah, that looks like a track listing there with some artwork. So, hey, you know, why not? If we don't last too long playing the game, why not just listen to this and say we did both here on 31 Days of Shooters. Some comments from programmers and character voices and what director. So that's pretty cool. Bust out my dictionary and read that. Again, it's much more legible than some of the Yomigana on the Dragon Ball manga Dragon Ball Super manga I'm trying to read. I'm not dissing the manga, I'm just dissing the font size. Because come on. Now last health check said I had 20/20 vision, or whatever 1.5 is, which may or may not be even higher than 20/20 vision. But if I can't read that, then there's something wrong. And it's also not my first language. And we're just rambling now. Hey, tequila, am I right? We're not doing another shot. And then just some notes and pictures there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So to come with a sort of CD liner, jewel case thing as well. This is the version for collectors, definitely. Might run you a pretty penny, so I'm not recommending going out and buying that, but border down, if you can get a hold of the ROM somehow. We are in the age that the universe is no longer just a promised land. There you go. Play it. It's good. Hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Wow, we got a lot of shooters left and not too much time. Because, yeah, 30 minutes is a long time to be crapping on about video games. Next up, Legendary. Diojo. Dodonpachi Diojo. And, of course, on the side it's written in English as well. Boom. We said legendary, we meant fucking legendary. And, pardon the French, but hey. Ikaruga and Diojo does not get much more legendary. perennially near the top of the best shooters. There's the game. Also comes with a flap. Got a special DVD, so this is the complete version. Here's the manual. There's the back side with the story on the back, which is really strange to me. But okay, what? Whoa. Eh? Mind sort of blown. That's why the story's on the back. It's not a booklet. It's a semi-poster. It is a poster. Okay. I thought we were dealing with bee queens there, but okay, there's that. So yeah, one is the story, then it goes to two controllers and how to play. On the right, we've got how to take care of your disc and the memory cards. 3 goes down to the menu and how to save. 4 is your screen description. 5, explanation of a boarding machine and element dolls. Okay. So honestly, I haven't been a huge. That looks more like a wasp or a hornet than a bee. I thought Donpachi was bees, but maybe I need to look at my kanji. Made by Arika. So you can have a look there at all of the manual parts of this. And like I said, this is one of the true legends of shooters. Not that any of the games I played aren't legendary. But yeah. And then this is one version. The next version, which is possibly the better version, is not in English here. But for 360, get the 360 some love. You know, I don't play it that often for 31 days. But, you know, that will change over the course of time. But like we said, Donpachi Dai Ojo Black Label Extra. Okay, so this is, I believe, the definitive version and the ones people choose the most for their list of top shooters of all time. Disc art, not too much to look at. Okay, and whoever previously owned this, or the shop, did a really, really good job, because as you know, 360 manuals do not come in a plastic sleeve or bag, but hey, I'm not going to complain about that. Story and contents, nothing to see here. Wow, starting the game, just the menu and configuration, so buttons, nothing to see there. Extra mode, achievements, leaderboards, gallery. Again, leaderboards, they're good for some people, and I suppose for shooters they would be especially good. I don't need online. In fact, sometimes I think it's one of the worst things to happen to gaming, but that's a whole other video. There are your controls, and that's a massive list of controls in the game menu. Wow, that's connecting your router to your computer and your Xbox and your ADSL. Okay. Game config, pause menu, okay. Finally, we get the screen. There we go. Looks like a vertical shooter. X mode. G something type. So your ship. Element doll. Again, previously they mentioned element dolls. And now this is a good series. And I could have broken down the series like I did with Gradius. But okay, there's more element dolls. Shotia. Lanyan. Again, we'll figure out how this works. Exy. And Piper. Okay. And that'll do it for the manual. So yeah, Dodonpachi Dai Ojo Black Label Extra for the 360. It also came with this sweet guidebook. I don't know if that was omake or not, or if that was just the option, but oh, that. Okay. Obviously, I haven't opened it until now. What the hell tape did you use, dude? Seriously, what the hell tape did you use? Maybe we're not gonna open this on camera. Maybe we are. Okay, yeah, the tape's starting to come off. Or is it? This is why I probably should have opened it when I bought the thing. But I was more interested in the game than, geez, that's taped up too. Okay, hey, we're finally open. Alright, so I wonder if this bag was actually open. It's a bag within a bag within a bag. It's Inception for bags. Okay, omatase. Sorry for waiting. Come on. What? Don't snag on the little lip at the end there. Come on, dude. Okay, finally. Alright, there's the guidebook. Boom. Boom. Okay. Chapter 1 System. Okay, so this is explaining how the game works and how to play. And I think we're about to go overtime, but it happens. Still explaining the system. Still explaining how everything works. I don't need to show the whole thing, I don't think. Chapter 2, Stage 1. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I don't want to spoil that. There's a Stage 1 boss. Stage 2, okay, so it's showing you the layout. Spoiler alert. Stage 2 and the boss for Stage 1. So yeah, it's giving you tips on how to beat it and the layout of the stages. There's the Stage 2 boss. Again, I don't want to spoil too much. The artwork looks fantastic. Again, this is one of the bullet hell shooters, I think, which always sort of confused me, like when I first saw it, because how big is your hitbox on your ship? And because there's not much room to actually maneuver through these bullets, so we'll see how difficult this actually is. You know, when we play that, but I'm really, that's bubbling too. I'll have to fix that. Really looking forward to all of these games. They're freaking legends, legendary shooters, 31 days of shooters. It's been awesome. And at this point, you're probably wondering what happened to other stuff like R-Type. We got Super R-Type here. Like I said, owned this back in the day. We reclaimed it. And still, like I said, tons of old school shooters. There's no modern shooters on the list. I mentioned that Ikaruga is on Switch, but we forgot the Ghostblade HD. That was one of them that I was going to show you. So there's no modern shooters this month. And got Darius Twin here, which was developed for the Super Famicom, as far as I know. But it floored me when I played that at Mikado for the first time, because it had 3 monitors side by side, and the enemies were coming in from the far right, and you could move between the screens. It was freaking awesome. So yeah, with those 2 series and the moderns and even more old school games to play, I might just have to do a second 31 Days of Shooters. So we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed 31 Days of Shooters. If you're playing the games with me, great. Hope you've enjoyed them. If you're drinking with me responsibly, great. Hope you've enjoyed that. And next up, again, we got summer vacation, and we'll do a few more videos here and there before the next 31 days in October. But until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and have a good one.